All right. Hello, everyone. This is Tosif Ali again. As we spoke about last week, since this is Tuesday, I'm back here with another live video. Now, ideally, what I would want is to have a split screen kind of a situation where I'm able to share documents and PowerPoint slides for better interactivity. But since we've not been able to accomplish that yet, I'm going to be doing the same thing that I did the last time, where I will be leaving a comment with the link to a Google Drive thing where you can download. You can definitely download the slide that I'm going to be using today. Anyway, so to get straight into the point, today we're going to be covering the reading section of the general training IELTS module. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it a couple more minutes for my slide to load on my computer, and also wait for a couple of you guys to be joining here as well. That's great stuff.
So see who's joining.
Yeah.
So you can have a screen open up.
That's what I was going to do. All right.
Hi there. Shout out them. Do that.
Hello, Zarif Apu. How are you doing? Thanks for joining our live class. Okay, so I'm just going to get started right now. I hope more people come and join in on the action. I was just going to speak to you guys about the reading section of the general training module. As we discussed in previous class, that there are various different kinds of question types that you get in the reading section, and one of the most commonly asked about question type is the true, false, and not given. Now, we're going to be solving this question from previous IELTS question paper. Unfortunately, I'm not able to share it through split screen today, but hopefully within the next class or so we'll have that up and running. So today I'm just going to leave a link, a Google Drive link at the comment section. So let's get straight into it. Many of my students have often asked me about true, false, and not given. They said that this is perhaps one of the question types that they struggle with the most. And the reason being is because they often struggle to differentiate between what's false and what's not given. So let's talk about what's true, false, and not given is in the first place. So they're going to give you a certain kind of questions that are in statement formats, and then we have to judge whether the statement is true, whether if it is false, or whether the statement is simply not there. Now, many people often struggle to understand the difference between what's false and what's not given. Let me clarify that a little bit. If the statement is true, then it's true. So if the statement matches the question paper, then obviously it is true. If the statement is in contradiction with the actual truth, then it is false. We're going to be conducting an example here, so you'll have a better idea as to what I'm talking about. And then if we are looking for information that's simply just not there, it's not contradicting, neither is it true, then we justify it as not given. All right. So the reading passage that we're going to be following is from a general training module. It's about a college in Australia known as Cormelda College. Let's look at the first question. So the first question goes like this. Cormelda College educates both Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal students. Now, if you go through the section A paragraph, here you will find this statement. It reads as follows, and it starts from the third line. Don't worry, I'll leave the leave the question paper on the comment section right after the video. So, although 320 pupils of college's total number are Aboriginal students, drawn mainly from isolated communities across the Northern Territory, Cormelda also has a waiting list of non-Aboriginal students. So the question here was whether Cormelda College educates both Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal students. So according to the statement where it says Cormelda also has a waiting list of non-Aboriginal students, makes this statement the truth. So since we have found this statement directly inside the paragraph, we can then call it the truth. I know that the statement is not exactly as it is on the paragraph, but it reflects the same meaning. So once that happens, we know that this means that the statement is true. Once again, I'm going to be leaving the question paper as well as the slide that I have prepared in the comment section so you guys can later check it out and then watch the video and then have the document open on your screen. Let's just get on to the next question. So this is this question states, some students travel from Arnhem Land to attend Cormelda College. Now, when I was actually going through this question paper, I looked through the entire passage of all the sections and I could not find anything about Arnhem Land students traveling to Cormelda College. So this information cannot be located anywhere within the paragraph, and therefore we will call this statement not given. Now, let's say, for example, if the statement read, some students travel from Arnhem Land to attend Cormelda College, and in the question passage it read that students from Arnhem Land never travels to Cormelda College, then we can understand that there is a contradiction, and in which case it would have been a false statement. But since we couldn't find anything, we're just going to call it a not given kind of a situation. So let's just jump on to the next question. The next question is, it states, students must study both the International Bachelorate and the Northern Territory courses. So these are name of courses. IB, as we know it, or International Bachelorate, is a very common curriculum that's present all across the world. So it's a global curriculum. And they're also talking about the Northern Territory courses. This must be a course that is specifically designed for Australian schools and colleges. I've never really heard of it in real life. But so the question was that whether students must select both of these curriculums. Now, this is really interesting because the answer is actually false. Here's why. So I found this in the third paragraph from the fourth line. Obviously, I'm going to be leaving this document in the comment section, like I've mentioned before. So here's what it reads. Moreover, in years 11 and 12, students may choose to follow the standard Northern Territory courses or those of the International Bachelorate or IB. Now remember, the key word here is or. This indicates that they're either going to be choosing one of them and not both of them. The question was, students must study both the International Bachelorate and Northern Territory courses. The answer is false. They don't have to study both. They only have to study either one. So we're just going to jump on to the next question straight away. So this question reads that the pre-secondary school attracts the best teachers. Now I've really gone through the entire reading passage. I've scanned through all the paragraphs and I could never find anything about attracting the best teachers for pre-secondary school or any other school for that matter. I couldn't find anything like that. So over here, obviously, the answer is going to be not given. So the next question is stated as such. The specialist curriculum support units adapt school courses so the students can approach them more easily. So the question states that there is a specialist curriculum support unit that actually adapts the school courses so that the students can approach them more easily. Now, on the fourth paragraph, or section D, in the reading passage, it says, from the fourth line, it says, to aid the development of the Aboriginal education program, a specialist curriculum support unit has been set up. One of its functions is to repackage school courses so that they can be taught in ways that suit the students. Okay. So over here, they're stating that there is a specialist curriculum support unit that has been set up, and one of its functions, so it's not just the only function, it's one of its functions, is to repackage school courses so that they can be taught in ways that suit the students. So this makes the statement true, since the question was, or the statement, I should say, that specialist curriculum support unit adapts school courses so the students can approach them more easily. It's a match. I know it's not a word-for-word match, but it means the same thing. So we can deem this answer to be true. So the next question. Statement. It's not a question, actually, it's a statement. All right. So there are no oral traditional stories in Western communities. Now, I was a bit confused about this question as I scanned through the entire passage. I found many statements related to the oral traditional stories in Western communities, but not particularly in Western communities, but I've heard of oral traditional stories in the Aboriginal side of the students in Cormelda College, but nothing about Western communities. And therefore, I deem this answer to be not given. So by this time, I sincerely hope that you guys understand and can distinguish between what is false and what is not given. So now we're just going to look at the final question here. So this is what it says. The school helps the students make connections between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal cultures. Now, if you go through this passage, you will realize that this is about a college in Australia called Cormelda College, and majority of their students are the Aboriginal people of Australia. But the question here was about a correlation between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal cultures, where the school actually helps the student to facilitate this. So I found this in the fourth paragraph, and this is ideally what this says. Thank you, Mr. Kader Shahid, once again for your comment. Like we have mentioned, unfortunately we could not really set up the split screen situation, which I would have ideally preferred, where I can share the information on half of the screen and half of my own video. But we have not been able to do that, but hopefully by next Sunday we will have that up and running. At the moment, what I can do best for you guys is that I will just leave the topic in the comment section. I'll leave it as a link to a Google Drive account so that you guys can download it and watch the video later on, and so that you can understand what I'm talking about. Once again, I sincerely apologize for not being able to do that today, but definitely next Sunday. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm just going to remind you of the question one more time. So the question was, the school helps the students make connections between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal cultures. So this is what it states. In a foundational Year 10 course, the theory of learning, concepts from Aboriginal culture are placed side by side with European concepts, pardon me, so that students can use their own knowledge base to help bridge the cultural divide. So what is it saying here exactly? They're saying that this is a foundational course which is 10 years long, and it is titled The Theory of Learning. It concepts from Aboriginal culture and places it side by side with European concepts so that students from either background can use their own knowledge base to help bridge the cultural divide. This makes the above statement true, where the statement says the school helps the students make connections between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal cultures, and therefore the answer is true. I sincerely hope that you guys enjoyed that. And once again, I sincerely apologize that I was not able to do a split screen class today, where you can have the document side by side so that you can have a better understanding of what's going on. I know those of you who are joining in late might not even know what's going on, so that's why I'm having to repeat myself over and over again, that I'm probably going to be leaving a Google Drive link in the comment section to the slide and the passage itself that you can later on download and watch the video and make sense out of it. Okay, so yeah, so that's just about it, you guys. So today was the true, false, and not given question type from the general IELTS reading section. Okay. So in the next class, hopefully we'll be probably doing a class on other question types from reading, or we may also decide to do a small class on the listening section, or we may also do one on the writing task too. And just to remind you guys one more time, my name is Tausif Ali. I'm the lead IELTS instructor of Relic IELTS. We specialize in IELTS examination preparation courses. We also teach basic English and spoken English. We also do corporate training, corporate grooming, and to enhance your communication skills and your presentation skills. If you'd like to know more about us, please visit our Facebook page and also our YouTube page, where we upload instructional videos among many other things that we do. And I hope you guys give this a thumbs up, and please help yourself to downloading the actual document that I'm obviously going to be attaching as soon as the video thing ends, and then you can obviously download it, watch the video again, and then make sense out of it. I sincerely hope that this class was helpful, you guys. So it's me, once again, Tausif Ali, logging out for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much.